First Alert Forecast.
Well, we sometimes joke here in the Weather Center that if I'm bored, that means everyone else is probably happy. I'm not bored these days. I got plenty to track. So
that explains a lot.
Yes, it does. It explains quite a bit. Yeah, when there's a skip in my step when I walk into work, everyone kind of shudders. So here we are with the forecast. A little morning light snow is possible. We did want to give you the first alert that there could be some slick spots. You know, sometimes first alert weather days for an inch or less of snow is a difficult decision to make because, you know, some people can think, oh, an inch, not a problem at all, but that can add up fairly quickly. I think the deciding factor against a first alert weather day tomorrow morning is the speed of the system, but also the fact that temperatures will be warming above freezing by mid to late morning. So we do believe the impacts, while certainly present in spots, will be limited. And then here we are Friday with another Arctic outbreak. It's a somewhat short one. It could extend into the weekend too, but Friday looks like the worst of it with wind chills around 15 to 25 below. We've decided to issue a first alert weather day for that because wind chill values will be so low that now we got to be concerned about the potential for frostbite exposure. And then Saturday into Sunday, the storm track for this particular system is still in a bit of a flux. So we are expecting some cold. There's a chance we could even still see some snow, especially if the system keeps nudging farther north. So we're watching carefully, but we're not going to be making any snow maps at this point. It just uncertainty is a little too high for that. Currently, 15 degrees in Fort Wayne, 14 in Auburn. Never felt better. We are finally above zero as far as wind chills are concerned, and it's going to get warmer thanks to this system, this front out to our west, and this weather system as it moves eastward is going to likely bring some light snow to much of the area. Accumulations will be pretty limited. Initially, this system is actually focused across much of central Michigan. It's going to clip northern Indiana and Ohio in the process, and by mid-morning, all of us will likely see a little bit of light snow. But by that point, we're warming pretty rapidly, so accumulations should be pretty limited as a result. Looking at about maybe 1 to 2 inches closer to the Michigan line, where again the focus is going to be. Farther south, though, the less snow you'd encounter, about a ½ an inch or less. Again, you might be surprised how much ½ an inch can stack up when temperatures have been as cold as they have been, but with, again, the warming temperatures, those impacts should be pretty short-lived. All right, the jet stream pattern does show another lobe of cold air. That polar vortex continues to spin around to our north, and that's going to allow some cold air to filter back in on Friday. It's going to be so much worse to our north and west, like in Minneapolis and Green Bay. But here in Fort Wayne, about 3 below at 5 a.m. Not so bad initially, but we could see those wind chill values plummet to around 20 to 25 below early to mid-morning on Friday with that frostbite concern within 30 minutes or less. Again, much worse to the north and west, but perhaps some of the coldest wind chills so far. And yes, this would even exceed what we've experienced just lately. And then we're looking at the weekend. Cold weather, no doubt. There are some questions as to, if we're going to see much of a wind chill, though. The biggest question mark here would actually end up being the placement of this storm system that should bring a lot of wintry weather to our friends across the mid-Atlantic and the southeast. The GFS American model keeps the system suppressed farther south. The European forecast model, which is kind of my preference, is this one tends to be a little more accurate. It is actually showing a northward trend, meaning maybe some light snow locally, maybe 1 to 3 inches with the kind of the current track there. We got to watch. I'm not really latching on to any one solution yet, but there are some signs that Sunday could turn maybe a little snowier while still remaining cold in the upper teens. We should eventually climb back into the low 20s by early next week.
Matt, thank you. Across